Hello there. Today I have a great thing to discuss with you, and it's very close to my heart. Have you heard? Some wonderful philosophers have said, a drop of wisdom is deeper than the ocean of knowledge. Knowledge and wisdom, the two aspects of our development. One drop of wisdom is equivalent to the ocean of knowledge. That's why the great saints, through the scriptures, have communicated small, little thing. We have a great saint in our culture, Sant Kabir Das. He had written some beautiful dohas. He never went to a school. He didn't have any doctorate degree. But hearing his dohas, people's life changes. Another saint, the guru of our great Swami Vivekananda, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, his beautiful tales and parables completely transform people's life. But Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa was not highly educated. He just went to a village school. I'm just trying to reach you with the idea about what exactly is wisdom. You don't learn it in the school and college and the university, but it falls there inside your head as a drop of sunlight. My great mentor, who trained me for the first time, told us one of his real life experience. He trained himself in a very prominent American institute called Dale Carnegie Institute. And after working there for a long time, he came to India, his own country, and he started conducting courses. It was very difficult for him, although he was very well trained trainer and one of the best in the world. It was very difficult for him to get a proper market for his training in India. And he came and saw, it's a strange country where saints and sages and fakirs, they come and talk on subjects like management, subject like personal development, all human aspects. And their auditorium is filled. They don't charge any money. People go to listen to them. But as a qualified, trained, professional trainer, he doesn't get people to be trained. And this made him very frustrated, shocked and surprised. Then one day, he was in a city where a great saint, a great speaker, Swami Chinmayananda, a small advertisement came from his mission, Chinmaya Mission, that Swami Chinmayananda is going to talk on personal management. Now he looked at it and said, my God, now look at him. This saint is going to talk on a subject which is my subject, personal management. But somehow his feet was dragged into that auditorium. He was there. He sat in the front row and he saw the saint coming right evening at 6 o'clock. And those of you who heard Swami Chinmayananda, you know how punctual he was. He used to begin in time and end in time. It was just a 1 hour talk. It was a jam-packed auditorium hall. Pin drop silence. The saint came at 6 o'clock and started. Initially, for first few minutes, he kept on entertaining the audience with jokes here and there. When people got involved, he entered into the deeper aspect of human psychology. He started revealing some unknown secrets of the subconscious mind, people's behavior, attitudes, everything. The whole audience was spellbound, including my trainer. When the lecture ended at 7 o'clock, my trainer followed the saint in his green room and he flashed his brilliant visiting card, which wrote the name of his previous institute. And the saint received and saw the card and asked him to sit down. Said, I'm very happy to meet you. Tell me, what can I do for you? My trainer was tasting the scent and he said, next month, Swamiji, I have organized a lecture for my alumni. Would you be kind to come and deliver the lecture? But you got to speak on space science. Swami Chinmayananda said, space science, that's a very interesting subject. I would love to speak on that. Only thing I got to check if I have the date free for you. My trainer was stunned. He said, you can talk even on space science. Of course I can. That's a very favorite subject. As efficiently as you did today. The saint said, no, it's going to be better because that's my favorite subject. He said, I have no speech, no lecture, no presentation. I just wanted to ask you, how can you speak so efficiently? How can you speak so well? I can't imagine. I've never had a presentation like that. I'm a qualified person. I've trained myself from one of the best institutions. But I don't have the acumen like you have. Please guide me. I want to know from you. Why can't I speak like you? The saint laughed boisterously for a while. He said, that's a very interesting question. And I'll try to answer you, my dear fellow. Sit down. Tell me, how many colors are there in a sunlight? 7 colors, my trainer said. He said, right, but isn't it true that sunlight is colorless? Yes, that's also true, sir. There is no difference, boy, between you and me, except one. Through the grace of God and through my meditation, I could acquire 1 drop of sunlight here, and that's why I can illuminate all the colors. But you, through your hard work, have only illumined one of those 7 colors. That's why I can talk on any subject. There is no other difference between you and me. This striking anecdote clarifies the point that I started with. Didn't I say a drop of wisdom is deeper than ocean of knowledge? The wisdom has got another side, the flip side of wisdom in our culture. And for that matter, the whole world has taken this culture called karma. So my topic today is from small k to capital K, from knowledge to karma. Karma is the greatest wisdom. And the simple, direct meaning of the word karma, colloquial meaning, is work. But the English word work does not define the word karma. Sanskrit is such a language. It's the mother language. Each word has got much deeper connotation, much wider knowledge than the direct translation of these words. The direct translation, if you make an effort to translate the word karma in English, you will only get work. But karma is not work. The work is of 2 kinds. And one kind is the common kind which most people use while they work. They work for their gains, for their profit, for their results. While they work, they all the time have their personal gains in perspective. And this in Sanskrit is called swarth. Swarth means not complete, but the closest translation of the word swarth means self. From there we have the word selfish. So working selfishly is called work. But the higher work, when we talk about karma, you work for others. You work for God. And that is not swarth. That is called paramarth. From swarth to paramarth. This transformation, when you raise yourself and you work for God, everything that you do is God's work, then it becomes karma. At that point, yourself completely vanishes. Is it possible? May not be possible for you and me, but this has been possible. This has been demonstrated. What did Mother Teresa do? All her life, did she work for herself? How difficult was it for her to get down to work? The father used to tell her, You are a person of the church, you should work in the church. And she said, but I saw Jesus there. She called me, she asked me to work for those people. She went out and worked for poor people, for unfortunate people, for the lepers in the Nirmal Hriday. So that is true karma. And the very well said in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita says about karma, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana parjupasate tesham nityaviyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate prasanna chetasho yashu buddhihi paryavatishthate. It means leaving all thoughts. The man who only thinks about my work, it is I who always does his work. Which means in every walk of life, in every work you do, if you feel that's a work of God, you don't have to worry about yourself, because God will do your work. Another name of God is the servant of the disciple, servant of the devotee. So if you are a true devotee of God, it is God who takes care of you. As an elder brother, you got to take charge of the world. There are so many problems in the world. There are so many people who need some comfort, some peace, some solace. So when you dedicate yourself for the cause of the world, that becomes a true karma. In every action that you do, if your mind is on God, that becomes a karma. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to give a beautiful, beautiful example. He used to tell his devotees, when you stay in this world, stay like a maidservant. When the maidservant comes and works in your house, throughout the day, he takes care of your children, he cooks food for you, he takes care of your welfare. So the whole day she is working for you. You feel that she is one of your family. But do you know something? Her mind is not here. Whole day she will work, and in the break in the afternoon, she will go back to her small little cottage. She will cook food for her children. Give them the bath. She eagerly waits for that opportunity. So that's why Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to say, when you stay in the world, stay like a maidservant, because this is not your house. The real house is God's house, from where you have come, and you have to go there. So when you keep your mind in God and you work there in the world, it becomes a true karma. And then your ego will evaporate. When the ego evaporates, your mind will be cool. When your mind will be cool, blessings will follow. When blessings will follow, you will have true wisdom. Buddhi paryavatishthate. Buddhi means wisdom. The true wisdom falls in you when your mind is cool, when your ego absolutely disperses. And because of this ego, the self comes. Because of the self, the anger comes. One of the greatest constraints in our life is anger. So many people are talking about anger management. I am pretty sure many of you sitting down here and listening to me also want some solutions of this problem. Because you have talent, you have eagerness, you want to do good work, but somewhere, somehow, we are victimized by anger. Bhagavad Gita has got a very beautiful answer, explanation to create awareness about anger. Bhagavad Gita says about anger, Dhyayato vishayan pungsha sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamat krodha vijayate krodhat bhavati sammoha sammohat smriti vibhrama smriti vrangshat buddhi nasho buddhi nashat pranashyati. Let me explain this beautiful thing with you. Dhyayate vishayan pungsha. People who are too materialistic. विषय मीन्स मटेरियल्स. हिंदी में जो विषय को ध्यान करता है, dhyayato vishayan punksha. Whoever are always bogged down about material wealth, they develop attachment. Sangasteshu upajayate. When they developed attachment, sangat sanjayate kama. From that attachment, they develop kam. Kam means passion. They develop passion. Kamat krodha vijayate. When you have a passion for someone and someone looks at that person, you get angry. Kamat krodha vijayate. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. Now anger is such a thing. It hypnotizes you. It mesmerizes you. When anger comes, you forget all intelligence. Your complete mind is swayed by anger. And then your intelligence is lost. Your wisdom is lost. And finally, Bhagavad Gita says, if you lose your wisdom, you don't have to die physically. You are already dead. Now look at this devastation of not working on karma, not working on wisdom. All the evils come into our life and it puts us down. So, not the external knowledge, not the bookish knowledge, not the second-hand knowledge. Wisdom is the only goal of life. Karma happens to be the only pursuit of life. And that is my contribution today, to inspire you to live a richer life, fuller life, a life of wisdom. The ultimate goal of life is to transform yourself from the small k to the capital K, from knowledge to karma. And karma happens to be the ultimate pursuit of human life. If all of us engage in the karma, our journey will become superb. And soon we shall be back with that beautiful place, much, 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 much better place than where we are now. That's our home, the home of God. Thank you very much. Looking forward for another round with you very soon. Goodbye. Have a nice day.